Humanitarian assistance for Palestinians have been pouring, mostly via Egypt, into Gaza Strip lately, including those from Indonesia. To know more about the process of sending aid into Gaza and the latest updates on aid delivery there, we will now talk with Muhammad Rizki, head program of the Hands Foundation, which is based in Egypt. Hello, Rizki. Good afternoon from Jakarta. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning from Egypt. Yeah, you're welcome.
All right, Rizki,
Hello.
before we talk more about how you are involved in sending much needed aid into Gaza, could you please provide us with an update on the latest situation there in Gaza? How severe is the condition right now?
Okay. As we know, 5 months have passed since the war in Gaza. Until today, Israel army attacks are still ongoing in several areas of Gaza, like Khan Yunis and North Gaza. Gaza has become a war zone and also zone where civilians are targeted. Last night, we just heard that around 50 people were killed and 160 people injured, where people waiting humanitarian aid in north of Gaza. After some times, Israel's helicopters targeting the crowd and killed 12 civilians. The situation in Gaza is really, really horrible and unimagined because of deaths caused by war and also deaths due to hunger and starvation by blockade carried by Israel in North Gaza.
All right, Rizki, thank you for giving us that update. Of course, we hear it with such heavy hearts, but maybe now you can tell us more about the Hands Foundation and what does it do? Does it specifically manage humanitarian assistance from Indonesia or is it from any other countries? Please tell us more.
Okay, this is Hands Foundation during this activities already 2 times. This is a second times, and Hands Foundation is one of foundation based in Indonesian that is active in speaking out about humanitarian crisis worldwide. But since the brutally war in Gaza, we focus it in Palestine, mostly on social media, and also support the people of Gaza, providing humanitarian assistance to to the Indonesian people through Egypt border.
Right. Now, Rizki, to give us a better understanding of the mechanism and the situation on the ground, how does actually the humanitarian assistance flow into Gaza? Could you fill us in?
Okay. There are several possibilities actually for the flow of humanitarian aid enter to Gaza. First, as we know, by the Egyptian border, and the only routes for it to enter Gaza is through to Egyptian checkpoint in Rafah. Apart from that, other gates have a special coordination involving Israel, so it's very difficult for it to enter Gaza. For example, the Abu Salam gate. At that door, there is Israel security, and sometimes Israel citizen demonstrate to refuse aid to enter Gaza. Secondly, it's by airdrop. Uh, this was carried out by Jordanian King Jordanian, which secondly it by airdrop that was carried out by Jordanian, which where we felt was less efficient because yesterday, as we know, the airdrop killed people in Gaza. There is a five people died because fell right on top of them. But the airdrop did help Gaza residents in the North Gaza, maybe a little, but it's good for helping them by airdrops.
All right. Knowing there are actually a few options, a few possibilities that people can choose in sending aid, how does Hands Foundation manage the flow of humanitarian assistance into Gaza? And while you're explaining about this, maybe you can tell us a little bit more about the bureaucracy that is involved in bringing the humanitarian assistance into Gaza. Does it involve actually asking for permission from the Israeli side, or how does it work, Rizki?
Yeah. Actually, we working with local NGOs after have coordination with Indonesian embassy who have permit from Egypt so that humanitarian aid can easily enter Gaza. We have transported more than 8 container. Uh, the container is with tents, food, package with high priority item entering to Gaza. Regarding the long and container at this border, this is because some goods are not a priority for entering Gaza because in Gaza currently what is most needed are food and medicine. So we looking on social media so many trucks queuing on the Rafah. It's because not priority things. And hence Foundation, we are coordination with Egyptian government and Egyptian Crescent and the border, of course, authorities in borders. They said right now we need to convoy trucks into Gaza. It's like flowers, tents, and medicine. Maybe like that, Siska.
All right, Rizky, we learned a lot from this conversation. Thank you so much for providing us with your time and also with your valuable insights. Thank you, Muhammad Rizky, Head Program of the Hands Foundation in Egypt, for talking with us on Focus today. And of course, thank you so much for all the good work that you've done with Hands Foundation. All the best wishes to you.